Friday, August 8th. Thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Mary Strong alongside meteorologist Jerry Steffen. I have to admit, yesterday was just a little toasty.
It was hot. We set lots of records in Southern California, including here in the Coachella Valley. We'll take a look at some of those records that were set. Will we be up there again today? The answer is yes.
Yikes.
A little bit of a haze out there, but sunshine galore this afternoon. Also, the numbers will back off a little bit.
Oh, goodness. Well, there's
emphasis on a little.
Okay. All right. We'll see you shortly. Thanks,
Sure.
Jerry. On to our top story this morning. We have updates on the Rosa Fire burning on Highway 74. That fire has not spread and remains at just under 1,700 acres. It's 30% contained this morning. And some good news as well. One of the 3 evacuation warnings has been lifted, mainly over the Pinyon Crest and Taylor area. 2 warnings still remain in place over the Pines to Palms Highway and Dunn Road. Evacuation orders, though, have not changed, and neither has law enforcement's policy on who can and cannot return home at the moment. You're looking at video we shot last night near Riverside County Fire Station 30. Homeowners tell us sheriff's deputies refuse to let them pass. Deputies told us these homeowners live in evacuation order zones and not warnings. Only those in warning zones may return as of this morning. And a San Jacinto man was arrested yesterday, accused of disguising himself as a medical worker and stealing over $100,000 worth of medical equipment in Rancho Mirage. 47-year-old Jason Bronner is accused of committing the theft back in July. That's according to Riverside County Sheriff's Department. Authorities say he breached a medical facility off Bob Hope Drive, disguised himself as a hospital staff member by wearing blue scrubs and a surgical mask. They say he has done this multiple times in Loma Linda and Newport Beach. He was detained during a traffic stop in Del Mar and is now held in Indio on $100,000 bail. 3 mosquito samples from the Oasis community tested positive for St. Louis encephalitis virus. That's according to the Coachella Valley Mosquito and Vector Control District yesterday. The samples were collected near the intersections of Johnson Street and Avenue 81, Avenue 82, and Avenue 84. If you become infected, symptoms could develop with fever, headaches, body aches, and in some rare cases, death. The agency urges the public to take precaution to reduce the risk of mosquito bites, which includes to dump and drain standing water around your property where insects can breed, and use EPA-registered insect repellents when outdoors, especially at dawn and dusk. A new California law limits how much an HOA can fine homeowners. In most cases, it's $100 per violation. Our NBC Palm Springs' Brett Rosen spoke with locals and an HOA advisor.
Fines should not be the first step of any homeowner association. Usually it's, let's address it with a letter. You could talk to the homeowner. So fines are finally getting to the point where there's an obvious enforcement issue.
That's Holly Smith, the executive director of the Coachella Valley Community Associations Institute, a nonprofit organization that helps educate homeowner associations right here in the Coachella Valley. Smith says with this new maximum fine of $100, most HOA fine hearings could go towards a legal route, and that could take away money and time for what HOAs try to do.
In order to enforce these rules, instead of having the violation stepping up in, higher and higher, now you're going to cost more court cases, more actual legal proceedings, and it's going to take time and money away from the things that homeowners associations should be doing.
Some local residents who live in HOA communities say the new bill now helps protect homeowners from homeowner associations that overreach.
I think it'd be good to not hit them with $500 per violation or $1,000. And
people are struggling, and hopefully it'll get the message across that if you are violating, you get fined, but that the fine isn't out of control.
Other residents say they worry that the maximum fine of $100 is too little, and that it would not deter homeowners from continuously breaking community rules.
If it's $100 per violation and that is kind of nothing to somebody, how long does a problem go on, and what other mechanisms does a board have to take some action?
Now, not every violation fine is capped at $100. There are health and safety exceptions to this new rule, which Smith says is too much of a gray area.
What is a health and safety issue? It's not fairly defined in the bill. So there'll be a lot of legal challenges and there'll be a lot more cleanup of this bill to do.
For NBC Palm Springs, I'm Brett Rosen.
Let's head outside and take a live look now at our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. We'll circle back with Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at your forecast. Jerry?
Yeah, we set records over Southern California, including here in the Coachella Valley. 119 yesterday in Palm Springs, smashing the old record of 116. Same for Indio, 119 there. Idlewild tied a record in 2018 of 96 degrees, and even Thermal was up there, 117 yesterday. And we're going to be up in the above normal temp range again today. 89 degrees, light winds, 12% relative humidity. That'll be down to the single digits again later today. As far as temps right now, we have 79 degrees at Joshua Tree and 29 Palms, 97 to begin our day at Desert Hot Springs. That's well above normal for overnight numbers. 89 Indio, 87 at Coachella, San Gorgonio Pass 80, Banning, Cabazon 85. Clear skies over us. There is a marine layer that'll begin to burn off a little later on today, but hot and dry. Ridge of high pressure keeping those numbers above normal this afternoon. 114 to 118. That's where we're going to be today under mostly sunny skies. Dew points around 50 degrees. That has come up a little bit, but dropping to the 40s by later this afternoon. Some of the highs today include 116. Also today, 115 at Indio, 113 Mecca, 113 also Desert Hot Springs. So that extreme heat warning we had over the past couple of days still here today through tonight does include the Coachella Valley heat advisory to the west of us in the Inland Empire. Add to that an air quality alert for a good area of Southern California, including the Coachella Valley. Temps today, around 116 in the Coachella Valley. Comfort Air 3-day brings us down to 113 both Saturday and Sunday. Full forecast and a look ahead to next week on the way.
All right, Jerry, thanks. Well, the Galilee Center in Mecca hosted their annual backpack giveaway yesterday to start the new school year off right. Hundreds of bags were given to kids in need of school supplies. The backpacks were full of school supplies. The annual giveaway is made possible by a grant from Bighorn Golf Club. They have already given away 700 backpacks.
I'm very grateful for the community, for all the volunteers giving us their time, so this can be possible. So I'm just grateful to God to allow us to do this and to do good in the community.
If you were not able to drop off supplies, consider a monetary donation at the Galilee Center's website, which can be found on our newsroom tab at NBCPalmSprings.com. More backpacks were donated yesterday to elementary students at Cabot Yerxa Elementary in Desert Hot Springs. The donations are part of Walter Clark Legal Group's $64,500 worth of brand new backpacks, all filled with school supplies for elementary students across 5 Southern California school districts. The backpacks will be distributed at various backpack school events this month. It's all part of the firm's annual effort to give kids the school supplies they need to start the school year right. It's National Family Fun Month, and the city of Indio wants to let you know that there are plenty of ways to celebrate in the city for free during the month of August. From Food Truck Fridays held every Friday, including tonight at the intersection of Town Street and Bliss Avenue, to their second Saturdays concert series and free movie nights held at Center Stage. There's sure to be plenty of ways to spend some time with your loved ones this summer. Well, music events are making a big splash across Palm Springs this weekend as Splash House Weekend 1 kicks off today. The 3-day festival is taking place at 4 venues, the Riviera Saguaro and Renaissance Palm Springs as usual, but this year we'll also host events at the Air Museum. Clear the Shelter returns next weekend, August 16th through the 17th at the Palm Springs Animal Shelter, and we're proud to be a partner in that event. Adoption fees will be completely waived, and the shelter is currently over capacity, each kennel housing 2 to 3 dogs each. Your support is crucial to help find these pets some loving and healthy homes. Adopters will also receive 2 tickets to the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens, as well as an adoption pack from Tail Waggers. We'll have full coverage of that event at Palm Springs Animal Shelter for their Clear the Shelters event next weekend. Well, hundreds of local children in the foster care system are starting the new school year with someone in their corner. Antonio Marquez has that story for us.
The connection that volunteers for Voices for Children have with young people in the foster care system can make a difference in their lives, either now or in the future. making this opportunity a great one within the community. This year, thousands of children will be part of the foster care system in Riverside County. Many will face changes in their homes, schools, and carry a heavy emotional burden. That's where volunteers known as CASAs or court-appointed special advocates come in to make a difference.
Unfortunately, they don't always have a stable, consistent adult in their lives. They do get removed from their homes and placed in a completely different home that they have no relationship with.
Trained by the organization Voices for Children, CASA volunteers are assigned to a single child or a group of siblings at a time. They act as mentors, advocates, and may even have the legal right to make educational decisions.
CASA volunteers are always needed, so if you are interested in becoming a volunteer, please visit our website at speakupnow.org. You can go on the website and register for an information session where you will learn a lot more about our program, what we do, and we can help answer any questions you might have.
Their work can be the difference between failure and success for one of these young people, which is why bilingual volunteers and male volunteers like Robert Weska are needed. Robert has been a volunteer for 6 years.
It's very challenging, to be honest, but it's also very rewarding because you spend time with kids that have a lot of needs, and the growth is sometimes very slow and incremental. But when you see somebody make an advancement in their life that they're proud of, you can tell that that's going to make a contribution maybe for the rest of their life.
Remember to visit the volunteer website for more information on how you can make a difference in the life of one of these young people. Antonio Marquez, NBC Palm Springs.
It's time now for Where in the Valley, where we show you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley and you guess where it is. So let me show you the photo. Wow, take a good look at this. This is a beautiful shot. You'll have some time to think about where this is, and we'll reveal the special location at the end of our broadcast. A former Palm Springs resident who was killed on 9/11 was recently identified through forensic technology. We've got that story for you coming up next. But first, we're going to head back outside and take another live look at your Agua Caliente Casino camera in Palm Springs. Jerry's going to have your weekend forecast and beyond straight ahead.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
A former Palm Springs resident who was killed on 9/11 was recently identified through forensic technology. NBC Palm Springs' Tiani Jadaling reports.
I feel the same every time that date comes around. That's the first person I think of.
That's what Mary Arthun, the parish secretary at St. Teresa's Catholic Church in Palm Springs, has to say about Barbara Keating, a former resident of Palm Springs and at one time a volunteer at St. Teresa's.
She would be in our back room and she'd have all the binders laid out and she would be stuffing them for the next RCIA class, meaning people that want to become a Catholic. She was so devoted so devoted with her volunteer work.
Keating was a passenger on American Airlines Flight 11, which authorities say crashed into the North Tower just before 9 a.m. on September 11th, 2001. And 24 years later, her identification has been confirmed through family outreach and advanced DNA analysis, bringing out memories and emotions for so many of those who knew her.
It was just too close to home that something like that could happen to somebody that we knew so good that we were like a dream, a bad one.
Arthun tells me the day of the attacks, Barbara was on her way back to California after taking a vacation to the East Coast.
She really wasn't supposed to leave for like 2 or 3 days. And I think it was Boston she was at. She'd visit every year. And then they called and said, your daughter got in an accident and can you come and help with the kids? And she said, I'll catch the next plane. So that morning she went and see if she could get a ticket. And it was on 9/11, September 11th.
It was a church's deacon who was supposed to pick up Barbara when she landed. But Arthun says when she hadn't made any contact, that's when he started to worry.
He had the flight number. So when she hadn't called and then we heard all this, he got worried. And he said, wait a minute, I think that was her flight. So he had to go back and look. He realized that the flight was her flight that hit the first tower.
Immediately after, the church hosted a mass for the victims and those involved in 9/11, including Barbara.
We invited everybody, and we had a big turnout at the church.
What about family members? Did they fly in?
They did for her. Then we had the memorial service for her, so her children came. She had, I think, 2 sons and a daughter.
And that service is still honored and continues every year on 9/11. Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
Some students may be excited to head back to school, but others may feel a bit anxious. While having some nerves is completely normal, there are some things parents can do to help. Mandy Gaither has 3 ways to ease back to school anxiety.
It's a new year with new classes and teachers, and for some students, it can all feel a little overwhelming.
Having a certain amount of nerves, you'll see with almost every kid, even the kids that are excited about going back to school.
Child adolescent psychiatrist Dr. Bahar Hashimi with El Camino Health says sometimes it's more than just nerves. Some children struggle with anxiety, and she says the first way to help with the transition back to school is to talk with them and be an active listener while validating whatever it is that they're feeling.
Oftentimes parents want to jump in and make it better. But first and foremost, just being that active listener and really helping to understand what your child is feeling.
Next, Hashimi says to establish routines, create a regular sleep schedule, mealtime, and homework time. She says consistency can help ease the anxiety of something new. And finally, spot the signs of more significant anxiety or depression, which can include sleep changes, excessive self-doubt, lack of interest in things they used to enjoy, being more withdrawn, or struggles with connecting to others.
Really leaning into that intuition that you have about your child and knowing when it's time to seek help from a medical professional is important.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
If you'd like more information on the stories we're airing in our broadcast this morning, you can go to NBCPalmSprings.com. We're going to have your top stories right there on our homepage, and our newsroom tab has all of our community events and stories organized by date. We're going to head back to Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at what's ahead in your forecast. Jerry?
Yeah, it was very hot yesterday. 119s for areas of the Coachella Valley yesterday, and we're going to be up there again today. If you have to be outside, please take care, seek shade, take breaks. Drink lots of water, too, and check on your neighbors and elderly, and never leave kids or pets in the car. Never, never. Back with a forecast next.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Checking the Agua Caliente Casino cam, clear skies above us, a little bit of a haze out there. Yesterday was a record-setting day in Southern California and the Valley. Hit 119 in Palm Springs, killing the old record of 116 set back in 1980. Thermal was up there too with 118, old record 117. Even Indio hit 119 yesterday. But temps are going to be up there again today. Maybe not as many records, but still above normal temps. Right now, lots of 90s in the Valley, 80 at Banning, 59 Big Bear. Winds under 10 miles an hour, getting a little breezy late in the day. That's about all the relief you're going to get from the heat. Radar, yeah, looking for echoes again, but not seeing anything in Southern California. Thanks to ridge-defying pressure still with us. That'll keep temps above normal. We'll stay dry at the surface too. So the range of temps this afternoon, 114 to 118, clear skies. Like I said, a breezy onshore flow kicking up late in the afternoon. Business as usual there. So 115 in Palm Springs today. A little hotter in areas like Rancho Mirage at 118, 117 Palm Desert. Desert Hot Springs, 113 today, 109 at Cabazon. Now, that extreme heat warning we had over the past couple of days still with us. It expires tonight at 8 o'clock for areas of Southern California, including the Coachella Valley, and then a heat warning for parts of the Inland Empire of the coastline. That extends into Arizona, too. We're not the only ones suffering from those above normal numbers. And speaking of alerts, we have an air quality alert in effect for the Coachella Valley, and that extends into the western areas. We have high levels of ozone, so lots of smog in the air. 84 degrees, that'll be the overnight low tonight, above normal numbers there, thanks to the above normal temps we'll see this afternoon. 82 under mostly clear skies at Indio this evening. So the high begins to weaken, pushed aside a little bit thanks to a disturbance to our north. So the numbers come down, but still slightly above normal with 111 to 115, plenty of sunshine for the valley. Saturday, 112 at Indio, 113 Palm Springs. And about the same range of temps, 113s, 114s, 115s under sunshine on Sunday. Winds, business as usual there, but we're watching the humidity. Today, single-digit relative humidity to around 10%, but it comes up a little bit tomorrow. A touch of humidity for the Coachella Valley, 50-degree dew points in the west end, closer to 60 in the southeast end tomorrow. Okay, two named storms. We're watching Henriette and Evo. That's in the North Pacific. Henriette is a tropical storm, could move north of Hawaii where the water is a little warmer, could become briefly back to Category 1 hurricane status. Evo moving quickly to the west should dissipate early next week. And Dexter's done, but this is interesting. Take a look at our long-range forecast according to the latest GFS. Take a look at what we could expect by mid-August. See the timestamp here, August 10th, 11th. Something will develop in the mid-Atlantic. It should pop up right about here. This could become a hurricane, a major hurricane, by the 16th, 17th, and 18th as it approaches the United States East Coast and then move its way just parallel to the coastline. Of course, this is a couple weeks away. Things may change. Stay tuned. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, 116 today. Yeah, it's going to be another hot one. Extreme heat warnings in effect through tonight. The numbers back off, but only slightly. 113 Saturday and Sunday.
Ten 9-8-765-4321. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. La la la.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors.
Time for hashtag holiday calendar and pop quiz, and brought to you by One Coachella Valley, our new sponsor. What?
We've got Manny. Manny's in Chicago.
Manny?
And guess what? You're dressed like Wednesday. Did I get it?
Is Manny standing behind me?
Yes.
Very
good.
I love it. We're going to hear a little bit about the next season of Wednesday coming up, right?
Yes, and I do love your sparkly outfit, Mary.
Thank you. You know, it is Friday. Ready to go.
You're dressed as Wednesday on a Friday? What?
Good one, Jerry. Good one.
Huh?
Wednesday all week, Jerry.
What's going on? All right. It's not Wednesday. It's Friday, August 8th, 2025. What's going on today, aside from CBD Day? It's International Infinity Day. Why today?
Why?
It's 8-8. You know, the symbol, infinity,
this is
right?
true.
The lazy 8, the sideways 8.
that.
Yeah. Today we ponder the concept of infinity and its implications. Yeah, that's today. Global Sleep Under the Stars Day is today.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, with excessive heat during the day in the Coachella Valley, our nights can be awesome. So maybe you want to, sleep under the stars, get the lawn chair out, pull it out back.
And the mosquito repellent.
Maybe, yes. And full moon, you can observe that. That'll be out tonight through tomorrow morning.
Nice.
National Frozen Custard Day is today. Similar to ice cream, frozen custard is made with eggs, cream, and sugar. Anyone familiar with Culver's? Culver's?
No.
The restaurant?
No.
Culver's? It was big in
look
Minnesota,
it.
Wisconsin.
Ooh.
Yes, up there. They are famous for their frozen custard. Also, National Dollar Day is today. It was on August 8th, 1786, when the Continental Congress established the currency we now know in America as the dollar.
I'd like
buck.
to get a few of those today for Dollar Day. That would be nice.
Exactly. So we have $2 related questions in today's pop quiz. Let's get to the first one here. Billion-dollar babies. I got $1 billion and $1 million baby question. Okay, Billion Dollar Babies became one of the best-selling rock albums of 1973, selling over 1 million copies, giving this disc platinum status. The singles taken from this album include Hello Hooray, No More Mr. Nice Guy, and Elected. Name this rock and roller. A. Alice Cooper. B. Iggy Pop. C. Ozzy Osbourne.
Whoa,
bring up the song. This is a little sample
That's the
of what
year
we're
I
talking
was
about here.
born, so this is a good year of your born trivia. I'm gonna go.
Get a B.
It might be.
What do you got there? You got a B?
Iggy Pop.
Couple Iggy's there. Okay. Control room. Got a B. And Nicholas can't play. He's playing the song. Got an A and a B. Okay. A lot of B's, but one A, and the A is right. It's Alice Cooper.
I was gonna say Alice Cooper.
That's who we're
Darn
playing in the background.
Oh, good job, Rico.
Okay. Second
Bravo.
dollar-related question. This is movie-related. I don't think Manny's going to get this one right. Million Dollar Baby is a 2004 sports drama film which follows Margaret Fitzgerald, an underdog amateur boxer who is helped by an underappreciated boxing trainer played by Clint Eastwood. Name the actress who plays the role of Maggie, the boxer in the motion picture Million Dollar Baby. Is it A, Amy Adams, B, Hilary Swank, or C, Jennifer Garner? Manny? Cool down here. We're going to get to you in a bit. First, the control room. First, the control room. Okay. What do you got there? You got a B, an A, and a B. 2 B's and an A in the back.
I almost played a reporter in
Hold
this
on.
movie.
Okay, B. Yeah, it's Hilary Swank. Yeah.
We love her.
Manny,
She's so great. Haven't
ever
seen
meet
her in a
Hilary
while.
Swank?
Yes, a lot of times. She's very sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
What did you give that movie? Do you remember?
Oh God, I love the film Million Dollar Baby.
Yeah.
It came out of nowhere and it cleaned out the Academy
That's
Awards.
right. Remember
Yeah,
that?
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Happy Infinity Day. Back in a bit.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news. Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Welcome back on this Friday. Happy August 8th. I'm Mary Strong. Thanks so much for waking up with us. Jerry's going to have your forecast coming up in just a few minutes, but first a recap of your top stories this morning. The Rosa Fire continues to burn off Highway 74, but firefighters are making progress. It's now 30% contained and has burned just under 1,700 acres. One of the 3 evacuation warnings has been lifted, mainly over the Pinion Crest and Taylor area. 2 warnings are still in place over the Pines to Palms Highway and Dunn Road. Evacuation orders, though, have not changed, and neither has law enforcement's policy on who can and cannot return home at the moment. You're looking at video from last night near Riverside County Fire Station 30. Homeowners telling us sheriff's deputies refused to let them pass. Deputies say those homeowners live in evacuation order zones and not warning zones. Only those in warning zones may return home at this time. In other news, a San Jacinto man was arrested yesterday accused of disguising himself as a medical worker and stealing over $100,000 worth of medical equipment in Rancho Mirage. 47-year-old Jason Broner is accused of committing the theft back in July. Riverside County sheriffs say he breached a medical facility off Bob Hope Drive, disguised himself as hospital staff by wearing blue scrubs and a surgical mask. They say he has done this multiple times in Loma Linda and Newport Beach. He was detained during a traffic stop in Del Mar and is now held in Indio on $100,000 bail. 3 mosquito samples from the Oasis community tested positive for the St. Louis encephalitis virus. The Coachella Valley Mosquito and Vector Control District says the samples were collected near the intersections of Johnson Street and Avenue 81, 82, and 84. If you become infected, you may experience fever, headaches, and body aches. The agency says you can take precautions to reduce the risk of mosquito bites. Get rid of standing water around your property where the insects can breed, and use EPA registered insect repellent when outdoors, especially at dawn or dusk. ICE activity in the Coachella Valley has left many members of the immigrant community living in fear. NBC Palm Springs' Tommy Gallegos has that story.
Nearly 2 months ago, a DEA-led operation conducted alongside other federal agencies in Thermal sent shockwaves through the Coachella Valley. Although officials insist it was not an immigration operation, the presence of ICE agents near local farms sparked fear among farm workers, many of whom have spent years laboring in these fields. One of them, a mother of 4, shared her experience with us on that day.
Guardar la calma. Our supervisors told us to stay calm, but that was impossible. We were desperately worried for our safety.
Overcome with panic, she fled to a friend's home, hiding in silence, terrified that she might never see her children again.
Muy injusto. Muy injusto porque hay muchos delincuentes. It is very unfair because there are many criminals walking our streets, but I just come here to work and make a living, just like many of my colleagues.
Now, weeks later, we met with her again, and she tells us that although some time has passed, the fear has not. Neither has the uncertainty.
We still live in fear because the laws and policies seem to change every day. We live in a constant state of the unknown.
Everyday moments, trips to the store, dropping the kids off at school, or going to church now feel risky for her, her husband, and her 4 children. And then, a break in the dark clouds. Just days ago, the family received the news they've been praying for. She was granted a work permit.
Estamos muy contentos porque we were very happy when the permit finally came in because it is very hard to get work anywhere if you don't have a work permit. And there are typically little job opportunities during the summer months here because the harvest season is over.
The excitement, however, is accompanied by worry because despite this step forward, she and her husband have been unemployed for weeks, unsure where the next paycheck will come from.
Difícil porque ya tenemos un mes. It has been very difficult because a month has passed since our last job, and the very little money we had saved up has gone to food and rent. We just moved into a bigger home as well, and now without employment, it is becoming more difficult to maintain ourselves afloat financially.
Despite the fear of being deported, she and her husband are considering traveling across the state in hopes of looking for new employment opportunities, even if it means leaving the only place they feel safe.
We do grow desperate every day because it is all very complicated, and despite the fear and uncertainty, we still have to pay rent and our necessities in this country.
For NBC Palm Springs, I'm Tommy Gallegos.
The Palm Springs Animal Shelter is hosting their annual Clear the Shelter event next weekend, August 16th through the 17th, and we're proud to be partnering with them. Adoption fees will be completely waived. The shelter is currently over capacity, and your support is crucial to help find these pets loving and healthy homes. Adopters will also receive 2 tickets to the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens, as well as an adoption pack from Tail Waggers. We'll have full coverage of the Palm Springs Animal Shelter Clear the Shelter event for you next weekend. Music events are making a splash across Palm Springs this weekend. The first weekend of Splash House gets underway today. The 3-day festival is taking place at 4 venues this year: the Riviera, Saguaro, and Renaissance Palm Springs, and the Air Museum. It's National Pickleball Day, a time to celebrate the fastest growing sport in America. From local courts in the Coachella Valley to communities nationwide, players say pickleball is bringing people together like never before. Our NBC Palm Springs Kai Beach has a story.
I've never had more fun exercising in my life as I do in this game.
For many people, pickleball is much more than just a sport. It's a passion.
Everyone is just coming together and play. It's like having a huge picnic every day.
And on National Pickleball Day, players in our desert are embracing the strong sense of community this game brings.
It's all about friendships and getting together, and I have to say, for a lot of us, it's just mental health clearing.
At Rancho Mirage Community Park, locals say this paddle sport, played with a plastic ball on a badminton-sized court, is connecting people of all ages and backgrounds.
To have a day that represents that equality and that freedom to come out and play again, that's good, man.
Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the country, with participation surging more than 300% over the past 3 years, seeing tens of millions of Americans hitting the court. It's so popular here in the desert, we even have our own professional team, the Coachella Valley Scorpions. But as this game gains popularity, so do injuries. Still, players say the benefits far outweigh the risk, and that pickleball is a sport and passion worth celebrating all year long. I'm Kai Beach for NBC Palm Springs.
Well, earlier we showed you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and I told you I'd show you the photo again and give you one more hint before we reveal the location at the end of our broadcast. So here's the hint. This is not too far from Old Town La Quinta. Think about that one. We'll tell you more about this special location coming up later in our broadcast. But first, we're going to head back to Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at what's ahead in your forecast.
Yeah, checking the weather headlines, a little bit of a smog bringing us a hazy sunshine this afternoon. Above normal temps again, approaching 120, but stopping shy of that scary number. Extreme heat warnings in effect. When will that end? And what about the weekend? We'll check all that out next.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Let's take a look outside. Clear skies over the valley. Agua Caliente Casino Cam looking pretty good there. But yesterday was a hot one in the valley. We set lots of records over the southwest, including here in the valley. 119 in Palm Springs, killing the old record of 116 set back in 1980. Even thermal was up there. 118 over the 117 record set back in 1970. And other records were set. I mean, Indio was up there at 119 yesterday. That broke the old record of 116 set back almost a century ago. And Idlewild, 96 degrees, tying a record set back in 2018. Now, temps are starting out warm because of the hot temperatures yesterday. Lots of 90s around the valley, 89 degrees at Indio under clear skies. Winds very light, variable right now. But again, out of the west, that's where the winds will come from later this afternoon into the evening hours. Radar, nothing happening over Southern California. We do have a marine layer that's burning off quite quickly today, thanks to ridge-of-high pressure over the top of us. But looking for echoes, not really seeing much at all. I mean, you have to get a microscope out to look at the little bit of rain that's falling over the Four Corner states, a little bit of green smatterings there. But high pressure, which brought us the hot temperatures yesterday, still with us. That upper level high will move those numbers from 114 to 118 in the valley today under lots of sunshine. Dry air at the surface. 115 today, not a 119, but still up there. 115, not even close to the record today of 121. Also 115 at Indio, Indian Wells, 116, 117s at La Quinta, Palm Desert, Rancho Mirage, you get 118 today. So those numbers are going to be up there. And because of that, that extreme heat warning still in effect. It expires tonight at 8 o'clock. It does include a good area of the southwest, including the Coachella Valley. And we have a heat advisory inland Empire area mountains to the coastline. Now, as far as that warning for heat, we're not the only ones. It extends into southern Arizona. And add to that, we have a little bit of smog out there. The ozone layers are quite high for parts of Southern California. That does include the Coachella Valley. That's through tomorrow night. A little bit of a haze out there because of that in the middle of the afternoon. 84 degrees, that'll be the overnight low. Above normal numbers there, thanks to the heat we're experiencing today. It absorbs all that energy and then slowly radiates it away. 82 degrees tonight, clear skies. Indio with that full moon, by the way. Numbers come down, but still slightly above normal, 111 to 115. That'll be on Saturday. The numbers come down slightly because of a disturbance to the north. It kind of shoves that high down, flattens out a little bit. So, yeah, a little bit above normal, but just not as hot. 113 Palm Springs, Thousand Palms, 112 Indio, 108 at Cabazon Banning, 104. And then on Sunday, lots of sunshine, a couple high clouds maybe, but 113s, 114s, 115s for the valley. Again, that's Sunday afternoon. Winds, like they have been over the past few days, will pick up out of the west. That'll be late afternoon into the evening hours. Low 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds in the wind-prone areas. Just strong breezes late in the day around the Coachella Valley. As far as dew points, yeah, around 10% relative humidity in the middle of the afternoon today. Tomorrow we get a little bit of a bump. I mean, by desert standards, maybe a touch of humidity. That'll be tomorrow. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, 116 today. We still have that excessive heat warning in effect through tonight. Clear skies today. 113s for the weekend. Maybe a cloud here or there, but for the most part, plenty of sunshine. 114 Monday, closer to normal Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with highs near 110.
Coming up on today, an inside look at the always tricky car buying process, start to finish. Vicki Wynn's going to share her go-to guide and also share a few secrets for finding the right vehicle at the right price. That and more ahead on Today.
I can't hear. I'll call you back. Hold on. You can hear me, but I can't hear you for some reason. Say something. Hello? I'll call you back. Hello? Yes, I can hear you, but there's something wrong with my...
You'll do it again and again. Manny, can you count to 10 for us?
Sure. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
You're good to go. Whoop, whoop.
Yes.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating. And we couldn't agree more.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Manny, the movie guy, joins us today. Manny, hi, where are you?
Hello, I'm in my home away from home in the Midwest, in Northwest Indiana, in Hammond, Indiana, visiting family.
Oh.
But here's the question to you though, Mary. Have you seen Wednesday part 1 yet? Season 2, part 1
I have
yet?
not. I've seen bits of it, but not the whole thing.
Well, if not, make sure you binge watch it on Netflix this weekend. It's only 4 episodes. It's fun and silly and creepy and heartfelt. I even flew to London to spend some time with Wednesday herself, hometown girl Jenna Ortega, and her co-stars Emma Myers, aka Enid, and Joy Sunday, aka Bianca the Siren. Take a look.
This is the first time you've ever willingly returned to a school. How does it feel?
Like returning to the scene of the crime. I already know where the bodies are buried.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
A big congrats on Wednesday Season 2. It's as wickedly, woefully wonderful as ever. I love it.
Thank you very much.
Wednesday Addams. It is an honor to meet the savior of Nevermore.
Let's begin with you, Miss Jenna, our Wednesday, my Coachella Valley neighbor.
Yes, sir.
When you were first making, take us from the very beginning, when you're first making the first season, did you ever think that the show will be beloved by millions and even winning Emmys?
Thank you very much. And no, not at all. You don't really... I don't think it's really safe to think so prematurely when it comes to making a job. And honestly, the first season was such a big task, and there was a lot of work and time and research and effort put into it that I was just trying to get through the days. I wasn't really thinking about what was next, and I didn't really expect anything. We kind of thought that it was going to be like a one and done thing. So to have had the reception and for it to be received so wonderfully has been such an honor.
And now you're one of the producers.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was she as a producer? She's like crack a whip.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Several times.
Yeah. No pressure. Right. Got it.
Catch up with you later at the Loop and Cages with the others.
Absolutely, Bruno.
Well, when we leave Enid in season 1, she's finally wolfed out. So over the course of the summer, she's sort of found a community that she wants to be a part of. She's found a pack and is finally fitting into the place that she's always wanted to fit in. So she has this newfound confidence about her new style, new look, new personality. And that's super fun to get to explore because I loved season 1 Enid, but I also love her evolution and I love getting to play a more confident version of her.
You have the sizzle factor I've been looking for.
Wow. I'm honored. She's kind of always had, those secrets, but they're really starting to come out and bubble up, and in ways that affect her and her family and, her school, in a way that she really can't ignore anymore.
I know what those tears mean. What did you see?
Enid dies and it's all my fault. I died because of you! It's my favorite season out of the two, especially part 2 is my favorite. There were a lot of fun sequences, a lot of hard work was put in. I just hope people enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making it.
I just hope that everybody enjoys getting to really see these characters and really dive deep into the characters they thought they knew in season 1.
I hope people watch it and their brains can just go, you know, and focus and get lost and enjoy and make guesses on the,
Yes. A big congrats on Wednesday. Again, you guys, it's a fun journey back into dark academia.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you guys. See you back in Palm Springs.
Yeah, I'll see you in the desert.
It's Adams with 2 Ds, like padded room.
Part 2 of Wednesday Season 2 arrives on Wednesday, September 3rd. By the way, Mary, Jenna, and I are literally neighbors. We live in the same block. And when I spoke with Catherine Zeta-Jones, she told me, who plays Morticia Adams in the series, she told me that she and her family, the Douglases, are building their roots. They're making their roots better here in the desert as well. So that's kind of cool.
Ooh, that's really, really neat. How was Jenna Ortega to interview? What's she like?
She's smart. You can tell that she is thinking behind those beautiful white eyes of hers. She's thinking, and she's trying to give you the best answer possible.
Yeah, she seems very introspective.
Yeah.
Well, good to see you, Manny. Enjoy your trip. I love your outfit. That's a new one for you. You look great. And we hope to see you next week when you get back into town.
Thank you. And by the way, if you want to know how many kisses Wednesday gets, watch 11 a.m. today.
Ooh.
And see how many kisses Wednesday Season 2 Part 1 gets.
Okay, I can't wait. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. Okay, bye, hon. Well, it's time for Dish Detective. It's a contest we're running on Instagram with Dining with the Davids. They show us food from a local restaurant and give us hints about the restaurant, and you guess where it is. If you guess it correctly, you're entered in to win a drawing, a $100 gift card to that restaurant. Well, last week's restaurant was Wildest in Palm Desert, if you remember. The deadline to guess this week's restaurant ended yesterday at noon. So let's take a look at some of the clues. Can you guess this restaurant?
Today's enigma is a culinary passe des deux. 3 dishes, 1 mystery. Solve it, and you could win a $100 gift card to that restaurant. Let the sleuthing commence. First, a golden crepe pan-fried to perfection, concealing a clandestine liaison of pork, shrimp, and bean sprouts, accompanied by fresh herbs and a sweet garlic fish sauce. Next, a vibrant mix of crispy rice, cured pork, and fresh herbs, finished with peanuts and served alongside mint, lettuce wraps, and a squeeze of lime. And then, oh, the audacity. A green papaya salad, tangy and teasing, paired with ribbons of sweet Lao beef jerky. Its texture, taste, and titillation in unholy alliance.
Well, did you guess what restaurant that is? It's Fusion 5 in Palm Springs. Big cheers to all our foodie sleuths who played along and guessed that right. But there can only be one winner, and it was Sal Seta. Congratulations, Sal. You win a $100 gift card to Fusion 5 in Palm Springs. We hope you enjoy your meal there, and we'll have our new Dish Detective clues Monday morning for you. We'll be right back.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. NBC Palm Springs News.
To reveal our special location for our broadcast. Did you guess where this is? It's the Lake Cahuilla Veterans Regional Park in La Quinta. It's 710 acres, situated at the base of the Santa Rosa Mountains. It's got campgrounds, all sorts of outdoor activities if you want to check it out.
Okay, today, excessive heat warning still in effect today as temperatures move into the middle to upper 1 teens. Slightly cooler weather. Yeah, cooler. 113 Saturday, Sunday.
All right, we've got more news coming your way.